A project to improve Route 28 in Hyannis moves forward. We have details from last night's Conservation Commission meeting on this episode of Barnstable Today. It's Wednesday, August 5th, 2015. I'm Sarah Mantle. The Massachusetts Department of Transportation hopes to make the intersection of Route 28 and Burses Way in Hyannis safer. A group of engineers working on the project presented plans to the Conservation Commission last night. Engineer Jackie Carver encouraged the commission to support the project.
It's about a mile and a half, or half a mile stretch of road from Garden Lane to Walton Ave on Falmouth Road, which is also Route 28, and from the DPW Drive to Alicia Road on Burses Way. The project was started in 2009 after a road safety audit. The road safety audit was done by Mass DOT due to the number of crashes along the corridor between Burses Way and the Cape Cod Mall. Between 2005 and 2008, there were 115 crashes in this corridor, and 46% of those crashes were because of or at the driveways along that stretch. So the biggest concerns with the road safety audit were pedestrian safety and bicycle accommodations. So from the road safety audit, we started with Mass DOT through 25% design and came up with a cross-section of two lanes, two 11-foot lanes in each direction, a 6-foot center median, and two 5-foot bike lane in each direction, and a 5-foot sidewalk. We're also adding a shared use path from Burses Way to Garden Lane connecting to the existing path, and that's 10 feet wide. So the proposed improvements not only enhance the corridor, but it also eliminates the traffic congestion between Burses Way and the Cape Cod Mall. Currently, it goes from 2 lanes at the intersection down to 1 in between the 2 ponds, back to 2 lanes at the intersection of the Cape Cod Mall. And the shoulders in that area are about a half a foot to 2 feet. So if there is a pedestrian or a cyclist trying to get from Burses Way to the Cape Cod Mall, they have to travel in that shoulder. So the proposed improvements will not only improve the traffic for pedestrians and cyclists, it'll also improve the vehicular traffic through this corridor.
Town engineer Roger Parsons says the project is extremely important and will greatly improve safety in the area.
Yeah, the town supports this project wholeheartedly and has been very connected to the development of this project. So I'd like to just simply say thank you to Mass DOT for their cooperation and working with the town on several features. I'll mention just a couple of those in a moment. And also like to thank, he happens to be here tonight, Glenn Cannon from the Cape Cod Commission, because this is an important project of a regional nature, and we have also received good support from the Cape Cod Commission through this process of allowing the state really to come into our town and build the improvements at the cost of, basic costs through the state. Two of the things I would like to mention specifically about the project are, and there'll be more issues on the conservation side, I do understand that, is that the Mass DOT did agree after a lot of discussion with the town to extend the bike path that exists on Route 28, so-called around the corner, I know for the local people at the Bobby Burns pub facility there, make a connection to the work that we've done on Burses Way. I believe that is a very important feature. Alongside that goes street lighting that has been allowed to be upgraded as well to continue the work we did on Burses Way, and lighting improvements on 28 themselves. These are features that would not necessarily have ended up in the project, but after discussion and agreement with Mass DOT, they were included. So we're very pleased to have that. You've already heard a general description of the project. I think most importantly, there is a great demand for pedestrians to actually cross 28, and they cannot do so now because there is no facility facility for pedestrian crossing at either the Mall Light or Burses Way. So it is very critical, and we're hoping that this definitely will improve the safety considerations, as you've heard. And we, the town, will be building on that to continue, for example, our multi-use path northerly on Burses Way. So there'll be more connectivity because of our work together with MassDOT. So again, I simply want to state that we feel, and I feel on behalf of the town, that this is a very worthwhile project. So thank you, Mr. Chairman, for the time.
Engineer James Downing addressed the drainage improvements that are included in the plan.
So the existing drainage conditions out here, all of the drainage from the Cape Cod Mall entrance all the way over to De Beers' intersection, all drains into the wetland area that's owned and maintained by the Conservation Commission. This adjacent to the Adventist Church. There are two discharge pipes there, an 18-inch and a 24-inch discharge pipe. Approximately 370 feet of the 24-inch pipe out there currently has a negative slope on that. So that was one of the major factors that we did discover out there. There's currently only one catch basin that discharges to Fresh Pond, and it's right pretty much at where the head wall is, and it discharges through an existing 12-inch RCP pipe. There is an existing 30-inch RCP pipe that discharges into Fresh Pond. However, that stormwater is generated from Hirmar Road and the surrounding neighborhood up there. It's outside of the Mass DOT layout. And also, another discharge point was opposite Garden Lane. There was an existing head wall there with a 10-inch concrete masonry pipe. There's some evidence of flooding in this area. The edge of pavement is not quite defined. Spoke to even Darcy about this. So we're looking at having some improvements at that area too. So in the proposed condition, we are looking to replace that 370-foot section of 24-inch RCP pipe that has a negative slope, just due to its under capacity for a 10-year storm event. We're also looking to upgrade the existing 18-inch RCP pipe from Beers' Way over to that wetland area also due to capacity issues. And down at Garden Lane, we're looking at upgrading that area with removing a 10-inch concrete masonry pipe and replacing it with a 12-inch ductile iron pipe, incorporating some new catch basins at that location. Given the overall size of the project, we have very limited room for incorporating BMPs within the project. We were still able to manage to incorporate 8 dry wells within the project, and we're also looking to incorporate around just under 4,000 square feet of porous pavement. Now, this porous pavement will be used within the sidewalks and adjacent to each of the wetland areas.
Conservation Commission member Scott Blazes questioned the need for a 6-foot median.
Decry the change in our state road layouts all around town, and I won't go into great length about all of them, but the installation of the medians and the restricted left-hand turns that end up sending people in the wrong direction from where they want to go, I think is very frustrating. I applaud we need to improve safety, but taking up that 6 feet in the center and creating a paved median, couldn't that be better used for wider bike paths or pedestrian sidewalks, things like that, as opposed to trying to stop people from the natural flow of traffic? That's the remaining questions I'll just table. Thanks.
Engineer Jackie Carver says the 6-foot median is a key safety feature in the plan.
So the reason that it's a 6-foot median is 6 feet or larger is considered a pedestrian refuge. So for the people, there have been pedestrian fatalities out there. So one of the ideas was that if someone did not want to cross the road at one of the 2 intersections, that they could cross halfway and wait on the median till they cross the rest of the way.
After some discussion, the Conservation Commission unanimously approved that plan. The Massachusetts Department of Transportation plans to begin construction in the spring of 2016. The project will take at least 2 years to complete. Well, be sure to tune in to our hour-long news program, Barnstable This Morning, weekdays at 7 a.m. On tomorrow's show, we'll have our weekly golf segment. We'll chat with Precinct 13 Town Councilor Jen Cullum. Plus, we'll have all the news and information you need. For Barnstable Today, I'm Sarah Mannel.